how's it going? Caitlin here and welcome to my kitchen for another week of meal prep. We got 3 recipes. You're gonna feel like a rock star when you have these all put together, ready to go, just throwing it together and dinner's gonna come together seamlessly, okay? On the menu this week we have loaded nachos, Hawaiian burgers, and breakfast rice bowls. So if it sounds good to you, sounds good to me, be sure to grab your prep list, your groceries, all the things, come meet me back here and we'll put this all together. If you don't have your prep list, check the description in this video. You're gonna find the link there that's gonna take you to everything that you need. There are 3 varying levels of prep depending on your level of motivation and possibly your time constraints. So if you do want to get the time to table results you see in the meal plan, you're going to want to go all the way with me to level 3. And level 3 is actually where I'm going to start. I'm going to start with a couple things in level 3 because it's kind of stuff that does itself while we're doing other things, and that's how we're going to gain back some extra time this week, because who couldn't use a little more time? So this is entirely virtual meal planning, and the nice part about that, or one of the nice things about that, is that it makes it very, very flexible, okay? I'm gonna start by cooking some bacon and cooking some rice. So it's very flexible if you do it this way. If there is something on this meal plan that you either A, don't like, or B, can't have, you can modify it. So it's a little different than if you are ordering meals already prepared. Why do we prep 3 meals at a time? Because honestly, prepping for more meals at a time is kind of a little bit of a pain. Then you're worried about waste in other ways, that stuff's gonna go, that things are gonna go bad. And then if something comes up, because whatever happens, life will always happen. If something comes up and you get 3 days planned, it's no big deal to be like, oh, that's fine. I had tonight planned, but I can move tonight's to tomorrow because, you know, my friend's in town visiting and blah, 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 whatever the case may be. You can move it to the next night. Your food's not going to go bad. It's going to be fine. Once you start moving into like 4 or 5 nights planning, it becomes much more rigid. So we want to keep things as flavorful as possible, as fresh as possible. Just gonna spit all over myself. And as flexible as possible. It's like the 3 F's. Can't even remember what they are now, but man, I should rewind that so that I know, because I feel like that was like marketing solid gold right there. You can correct me. It's okay. I'll never remember to check that back either. Okay, so I'm just putting all my bacon on a sheet pan. It's my favorite way to cook it. It's just easy. Don't have to flip it. It's not spitting at me. And one thing, what did I just do? For some reason, I literally never set the oven to the same timer twice, or the same temperature. Like sometimes I put it to 400, other times I put it at 420, or today I put it at 410. And when I put it at 410, my husband, he looks at me, he's like, you're messing with me right now, right? Like nobody ever sets an oven to 410. For any reason. There's no reason to set an oven to 410. You're literally just trying to drive me insane. And I thought it was really funny. Like, why don't people set things to 410? Is there a rule? Is there a reason? But he's just looking at me like, no, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. You can't have actually been intentionally doing that. Like, if there's a recipe or something, you know, I'll follow a recipe. I can follow a recipe. It tells me to set the timer to 450. I'm not setting it to anything else. I'm not gonna set it to 410. Just to be like intentionally something, I don't know. But if it's just something like putting meat in the oven, yeah, I'll play with the timer. No reason to do it, no reason not to do it. All works out the same. So, my kids today were being exceptionally quiet in one of the bedrooms. And quiet when you're 4 and 6, and boys can be kind of alarming. So when we finally got back to go check on them, what do you suppose we find, except for them back there with scissors, cutting each other's hair. And oh my goodness, what a hack job. Like, I looked at my little guy, I'm like, dude, you look like a leopard. Like, there's just spots all over his hair. Like, it's so hard when you gotta, like, you know, be the parent. Gonna go into level 1 now. Gonna dice up some peppers. It's hard when you gotta be the responsible parent and you gotta, you know, talk to your kids about not playing with scissors and cutting each other's hair. But then you're also like looking at what they did, knowing that it's a rite of passage. Everybody does this at some point. And just trying not to die laughing at the results of it. I'm an awful disciplinarian. Like, I just told the boys, I'm like, well, it's kind of punishment enough. It's kind of punishment enough that you did this. Because you should see your hair. You look ridiculous. Which I guess they're fine with. But I'm going to have to take a bunch of pictures. Oh dear. So funny. Kind of a little soft spot in the top of that one, so I'm just going to slice that off. So I'm just dicing these two. You know what? You can be as lazy or as unlazy as you want to be. I'm using a lazy toy. It's just going to happen. So then the rest of the morning was spent with my kids wanting to go off into the room and, you know, continue to hide and melt down. Can't blame them wanting to hide with their hair looking like it does. I would want to hide too. So I have this thing, it's called a quick slice. It's called a quick slice because it quickly slices things. But you can also use it to dice if you kind of put it on the slice, but you put it through twice. I use this thing fairly often because it just washes in the dishwasher, so it's really easy to clean. Like, you just throw it in, press the button, good to go. But every year I find at the local grocery store around harvest, they will sell like these big old boxes of peppers, like way more than a person could ever, you know, reasonably eat. So, being fairly unreasonable myself, I take the peppers and I slice them all up and freeze them. When you're doing this with like a majorly huge box of peppers, all of a sudden, this little convenience tool just becomes like the greatest thing on the planet. Like, So these peppers are going to be for nachos and also going to be for the breakfast rice bowl. If you want to do up any extras for anything else this week, go wild, feel free. Because hey, maybe you're prepping some breakfasts or something at the same time, or sell ingredients for the week. Like, make this time yours. Make it work for you. These are actually some delightfully juicy smelling peppers. Like, they smell so good, I feel like I could take one and just eat it like an apple. Okay. Bunch of diced peppers, ready to go for all of your diced pepper needs. Okay, so I'm going to chop up some red onion, then I'm going to slice some red onion. So I'm going to use a food chopper for chopping it up because honestly I'm a little bit of a wuss, and I don't really need to have you see me cry. Not too much. I mean, maybe over my kids' hair. The only thing I was sad about was they ended up cutting the hair of their sister's toy horse too. So that was uncalled for, making themselves look like, oh man, they look ridiculous. I have to find an excuse to take too many pictures of it, but also somehow not make it suspicious, because I don't want them knowing how funny they look, so I don't want them tempted into doing it again, you know? Especially since, man, they cut like right down to the scalp, like right down to it. It had to have hurt a little bit getting it done. And it's gonna be so uncomfortable growing back in. Like, it looks like it was shaved. They were just kid scissors too, like. Sorry, my nose is itching. Don't want you to see me cry, don't want to see you pick my nose. I know, I'm not giving you any of the private moments. I'm just kidding. We can't laugh at ourselves. What can we laugh at, right? Whoop. Whoopa. There we go. Oh. I mean, worst case scenario, there's a little dog hair in there. It'll be fine. There we go. Some diced up red onion, some sliced red onion. I just put them both into the same container with a divider because, you know, it'll be fine. Okay, gonna slice up some jalapenos. I'm just gonna de-seed it. feel like my fingers are gonna be spicy. So I'm just using a spoon to deseed it because I am all of that kind of fancy right now. You know what? I'm just gonna do the one. Because A, it's kind of ginormous. And B, there's zero chance my kids are gonna want the jalapeno, so it is just going to the grown-ups in the room. There we go. Veggies are all done. Perfect. This is a nice, easy prep this week. This is seriously going to be an easy week. It's going to be. So one of the reasons it definitely has to be easy is I am leaving hubby with the kids. I have a Pampered Chef work conference this week. So I'm going to be away on that, which I am so excited about. I'm just going to wipe this with a cloth real quick. Yeah, I am so absolutely excited. My husband, he kind of, he mocks me whenever I go on a work trip. He's like, oh, work, you know? But it's funny because it's like, it's a party-based business, right? Like, so I'm like, well, I can't help it if part of my work is meeting people, partying, having a little champagne here and there. Like, I'm kidding. He does know. He does know that it's good and that it's work. It's just, he also likes it acknowledged that there's a lot of fun involved in it too. And I can't deny him that. But I stand by it. I put in my time. I worked as a 911 operator and police dispatcher. I retired after 15 years of service there. And oh man, retiring was like the best thing I ever did. It was a medical retirement. Like, the option was kind of taken out of my hands. However, as scary as it was, at the time going into it, it was absolutely best decision. Looking back on it, 100% the right time to get out, just to be able to have a normal, healthy life after. By the way, if you're looking at me today and you're like, dude, she's wearing a lot of blue and she looks like she just came from the gym. Yes. 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 Because you know what? This is the time that I had. This is the time that I had. I went to the gym, did, you know, that self-care for my body and soul. So important. And then I was getting this done. So you get it done when you can, or that time just passes, right? Okay. I'm sure that's going to be 4 cups or better. I'm like making a leaning tower of blocks. Okay, you need a little more time, I think. Here. We might be done all the prep before the other stuff is even finished up, but that's an okay problem to have. Now the next thing I'm making is actually optional. It is optional. I'm making it for the breakfast bowl. So if you want to use like a sriracha mayo or some kind of an Italian dressing or something like that, you definitely could. I'm just making a very, it's just a zesty dressing. But when you put it on top, it makes all the difference in the world. So some oil. Some fresh lime. Lime makes all the difference. And I love fresh citrus. Anything like, if it's got citrus, it's got to be fresh. It just makes all the difference. Some salt. Some pepper. Little splash of maple syrup. And that is it. That is a zesty dressing that we're just going to throw on top of our breakfast bowls, and it's going to pull it all together. Okay. Rice has got to sit for 10 minutes. I got another 5 minutes left on my bacon. But guys, that's it. That is it. So I'm probably I will have my cleanup done by the time the bacon is ready, and quick prep this week. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoy this week. I hope you enjoy the week of meals. I really hope you lean into that feeling of how good it feels when you go to the fridge and you're just pulling things out and throwing it together and your week is just coming together. So enjoy that feeling. I hope it radiates through to the rest of your week, because sometimes just taking one thing off of your plate can be enough. Okay? I hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.